Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Dolapo. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back and thank you so much for clicking. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the twisted Autogele with the leaf and rose design. And if you are yet to subscribe, please join the family by subscribing. I have with me 3 layers of asooke joined together. It's actually for a client and specifically made for her to tie, but she wanted to convert it to a ready to wear. So I have the edges taken off. The edges were sewn, the edges were folded in twice and sewn already. So from there I just took that off, I cut it off, and from there I cut what is required to make my Autogele base. So for these I'm using 20 inches by the 3 layers. I actually added one more layer later to make my Autogele base. Okay, so I just cut that out and I kept it aside. From what is left, I had about 74 inches length, and I actually separated the 3 layers. You know, they were already joined, so I had to just separate them like that because we are making a design that does not require the 3 pieces to be joined together. So I just cut off the edges like that. I just cut off the part that was folded in and sewn. So from each of the pieces I measured about 35 inches. I'm using 2 pieces right now, 35 inches, and I'm doing that in 2 places, 35 inches length in 2 places. The width of this asooke I'm using is about 7 inches, so I'm not going to alter the width part. So I have 35 inches by 7 inches in 2 places. Then I'm going to be placing a soft foam at the center of this piece. The foam is about 33 inches long by 3.5 inches, 33 inches length by 3.5 inches, and I folded the asooke over to the foam, as you can see, and I use my needle and thread to hold it down on one side. I come to the other end and I use my needle and thread to secure it as well. I mean, I secured the foam and the asooke fabric together. Then I used my hot glue to secure the remaining part. I'm going to fold it into 2 and use my glue to secure it as well. This procedure is going to be repeated on the other piece. Remember, we had 2 pieces earlier. So I'm going to place them on top of each other and use my needle and thread to secure the ends together. After which I'm going to twist these 2 pieces like this. So you may need to get someone to hold it down for you for best results, just for it to be firm enough. Don't make your twisted part too tight. Just twist normally and use the needle and thread to secure the other end. I have this piece of asooke cut out. The length is about 12 inches. I folded one end in like this twice and I sew, and this is going to be used as the handle, or the handle to tie our gele. So I'm going to place it this way. Please watch what I'm doing. I just place it like this, and I use my needle and thread to stitch. Okay, I just stitch and make it as firm as possible, and at the same time as neat as possible. So I just stitch like that. After stitching it like that, I'm going to bring it out and fold in the edges. Can you see the way I'm folding in the edges? I just fold in the two edges like that. That's the side edges. I just fold into two, and I'm going to stitch from where I have my fingers all the way down. I've done that, and I've repeated the same procedure on the other end, and our twisted part is ready. Now I have another piece of fabric which I have cut out, and the length is about 8 inches and the width remains 7 inches. Now I'm going to fold the edge and stitch. I fold the edges in twice and stitch like that, as you can see. And I'm going to start making pleats from this side. Now I place it, we have a rectangle, so I place it this way and fold from one side diagonally. As you can see, I'm pleating diagonally. All right, I just split like that to form something like a leaf. You could make yours bigger than mine. It all depends on how you want it. So look at the way I'm pleating. I just split diagonally like that, and I'm going to use my needle and thread to secure my pleats. At this point, you can decide to cut off the excess you have there, but because asooke fabrics fray easily, you can just roll it like that and tack, or you use a soldering iron to cut your asooke. I have a video that shows how to use a soldering iron to cut your asooke. I'll put the link in the description box so you can watch that video if you haven't seen that yet. So I'll just tack with my needle and thread like that to secure it, and our leaf design is ready. Now I'll need to join the twisted part to the asooke base. So I folded the twisted part into two to get the center, and I marked. I did the same for the base. I have marked the center. As you can see, that mark you're seeing there is the center of the base, and I have also marked the center of the twisted piece. So I'm going to place it on top of the autogele base like this, and I use my needle and thread to secure it. So I just tack right there, and I move to my left and tack it down. I come to my right and I tack it down up to the point where I am touching right now. Okay, I'm not going to tack it totally to the end of the asooke base. So having done that, the next step is for us to make a rose. I actually have a very little piece of asooke left at this point, so I had to add satin to it to make my rose. So the length I have is about 35 inches after joining my asooke to the satin, and the width is about 4 inches. I folded it into two, and I am pleating. I'm making gathers from there. I just sew leaf stitches from one end to the other end like this to make a rose. There are different ways to make a rose, or there are different ways to make roses, so you can go by any method or you have learned. You can actually watch videos right here on YouTube on how to make roses. So I'm just forming a rose like that, and I'm going to use my needle and thread to secure it, as you can see. Finally, I attach the leaf and the rose to the twisted part. It could be on the left, it could be on the right, it depends on how you want it. So I'll be doing this with my needle and thread neatly. have this button stone that I glued to the center of the rose to cover the rough edges and also to beautify it, you know. Okay, so and we have come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up, share with others, and leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video.